What's up guys, LegomationStudio here with another Bionicle Classic review. Now before we get started, you're probably wondering, what happened to your carpet? Well, here's the deal. Currently, my sister, my dad, my grandma and I are all on a trip to a bunch of national parks in the United States. We've already been to Sedona and we're currently at Grand Canyon, and we're going to be looking at like Yellowstone and a bunch of things like Rushmore, all of it. So I decided, I didn't want to leave you guys in the dust for almost 2 weeks because it's a 2-week trip. So I said I'd bring some Bionicles with me and review them on the road. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm uploading them as much as I can to you guys, and it's just a carpet change. Is it really that big of a deal? I don't think you guys will really worry about it, but don't worry. I have a Kitangu review, which you guys might be missed. I am going to review Vizon and Fenrock because I have the box at home, but I only brought the ones I don't have boxes for on this trip. So that's why this carpet looks a little different, but I really don't think it detracts from the set at all. So why not get started in this new environment reviewing one of the most awesome Titans ever, most memorable, Axonn. Alright, so here's Axonn. I don't have his box, I don't know exactly how many pieces, but him and Piraka were the $20 price tag Titans of that year. It was also when they started to call them Titans. Quick story background, I think he was a Toa at some point and then started working for the Order of Voya Nui and was sent to Voya Nui and stuff, and originally partnered with Piraka, and then Piraka came evil. I don't know the full synopsis and I don't really have internet where I am, so I can't research a whole bunch, but I'm sure one of you guys could post in the comment section below exactly what it is that, his point was across. But he was a $20 set and he looked awesome and he had an axe and a cool head. So you knew that this was something new, that LEGO was trying to come out with these cool Titans for the 2006 Voya Nui storyline. Now, size comparison wise, he was actually much bigger than Piraka. If you remember in the comic books, he could simply just pick up a Piraka in his own hands and their head would be like the size of one of his little fingers. So it's interesting to note that they really didn't build him to size, because I remember reading the comics and going, wow, he's huge. Why isn't he this huge in real life? He's pretty much just as tall as a regular Piraka. Not the tallest, but Piraka's a little taller. We'll review him later. Alright, now let's talk about the actual set. Sure, let's just start off with the feet here. Can you get in there? Alright, so the bottom of the feet are two Technic rods with pieces on the side and two Borak eyes. As we head up, we get like the Rahi armor pieces in silver. And as we move up further, we have two Toamata hand pieces that connect to ball joints, and we get these new piston designs that we were starting to be introduced to as for the leg. But for the rest of the foot, we have a Hordika foot here in silver, very cool. Now we move up to the leg. On the front, the design was with a Vaki limb, a red Vaki limb, and that was for kind of the front first connection, but then the second connection in the back was to a small ball joint, the ones that we were introduced to the Anika's neck pieces, that would connect to a piston. And you would put an axle in between the piston, and you could push like this, and it would slide in and out. And so you would actually get more mobility, I would say, and actually it was very well done because this way they could just stand up better and they were a lot stronger because he had a lot of weight to carry, and without this piston they weren't as tough of sets. This made the sets much tougher, much harder to take apart, and much more fun for playability. So we'll see this design in a lot of the future Titans as we go along. Now the rest of the leg, the front part, is very interesting. They've brought back the Metro Nui double socket limbs, which you had to make yourself, in which it was like a Mata hand, except instead of an axle pointing horizontal, it was vertical to the socket. So you would connect pieces in here, and they did that because they wanted to put some armor in front, specifically a red Viserock leg, or Viserock toe, foot, I guess. It's a Viserock foot. So they put an axle rod in between that connected to a Technic piece that connected outwards to a Viserock limb, very cool, toe. And then we get another Viserock toe or foot here in silver on the side. So he has plenty of armor on the side and the front, not much on the back, but that's okay. I think it really looks awesome either way. Axonn is completely symmetrical, so both legs are the same. So let's move upward, shall we? If we move upward, I'm going to take some of this armor off really quickly, you can see that we have a black Toametru torso that connects to a red Piraka upper torso chest, as you can see here. Not an Anika torso, a Piraka torso. And it connects to a couple of Technic pieces that allow his neck to be attached there. And it also allows for this Toa Nuva armor to be his armor. So they brought back the Toa Nuva armor for Axonn, which was very cool. And you would put it in the axle place right here, and it would fit like so, if we can get there. So that was the first set of armor you would put on. Then they made Toa Nuva shoulder armors in silver that had a little piece there that you could slide in like so, and it would look like his breastplates like so. So he had awesome, awesome armor in the front. He looked like he was heavy duty and ready to go into battle. Quickly, let's look at the back. In order to do the neck attachment, they put some more axle rods here, or not axle rods, Technic pieces. And then here, now I don't really know exactly why. Maybe because they didn't want his neck to go fully back, or maybe it was somewhere. I mean, I tried to put his axe through there. Maybe that's why. But they put this tube here on his back. Post in the comment section, what exactly was this for? Was this for his axe? We'll try that later. But it's just kind of random that they put it there. They don't have one on Piraka, I don't think. So his arms. Let's take a look at his arms. His arms are a little similar to his, or not really, but similar to his feet in that they contain a Hordika foot in silver. Then we have two regular Toamata hands that are connected to the foot, and then a silver Borak eye, a silver Toametru leg armor there on one side of the arm, and then on the other, another silver Toametru leg armor, which is attached to some Technic pieces right there, as you can see. Very cool arm design for the top arm. Then we have another Vaki limb in red. Very cool. Just like we had a Vaki limb for his foot, we have a Vaki limb for his arm. Connects to a gray Toamata hand, some axle pieces, and then a bunch of Toamata hands. Because they did this new awesome design that actually looked like a freaking hand. As you can see, they used Hordika limb pieces here, and Nui Matoran pieces for his fingers, and they look really cool. You can see that he has like the tips of his fingers are like these ball joints, and they bend over. Really cool. It looks exactly like he actually has a hand. So I love that design. It gave him a more realistic human look than a lot of the other Titans in Toa had that year. Now for his weapon. His weapon is probably the most memorable thing about him because his name is Axonn, and so you know he has an axe. So it's a big, long Rakshi axle rod, as you can see, and then at the end we have the brown Rakshi's weapon for the kind of bottom of the staff. Then as we move up, we have a connector piece that moves upward to the actual full-on axe. Now, I don't know if they ever used these pieces in any other set. I don't recall. Post in the comment section. Did they? Because I don't recall them ever using these axe pieces for any set but Axonn, which is kind of interesting because they're so cool. You think they would have reused them for some others. Anyways, the way that you would build the axe, it was two pieces, so they were double-sided. So if you wanted to make a mock, you could kind of make a weapon like that. Maybe that would have been cool. But in order to get a full-on axe look, they had a double-bladed axe instead of just one axe. So you would attach these here, like so, boom. And then at the tip, we have another brown Rakshi weapon to end it off. So you have the same weapon at the bottom, same weapon at the top. And I think overall it looks really cool. The pieces blend together very well, and I really congratulate LEGO on making this awesome weapon for Axonn. Then it's pretty simple just to go over his other arm. It's the same arm. It just doesn't have a weapon. So other than that, zoom out cameraman, let's get him full. You could have him maybe hold it with both hands like that, and he could swing at his opponents, but he didn't have a weapon on this hand, just this hand. And I actually like that he did that, so he kind of pose like this and look totally awesome and, bend his arms in like that. Quickly, let's also take a look at his mask. For his head, we have a lime green color with a Toametru head, just kind of the average head we were getting released that year. No weird Anika face, luckily. His mask was reused in a couple of sets for armor pieces, but it's pretty much a round ball, except we have this large fin on the top that gives him kind of this cool, unique look. And as you see, there's a bunch of niches that go down to two pistons on either sides of his mouth. Very cool. He has two eye sockets and two side head sockets. So Looks really cool and awesome. A very distinct face, so you knew this was Axonn when you saw him. Very cool. So, I loved this guy. It was fun to build. We had this new piston design that LEGO was releasing. Piston. Piston. You pissed on? Are you pissed on me? You pissed on? What did you piss on? I piss on toilets. Only toilets. On toilets? Shouldn't you piss in toilets, Legomation? Okay, sorry. That was an accident. I mean piston. These new piston builds. Anyways, it was really fun because you can move it like this and move it backwards and just gave you a lot more ability and playability with the sets, as we will see with Piraka as well. So really, there's nothing wrong with Axonn. No complaints at all. I like that they brought back the Toa Nuva armor, and I like that they have this brand new axe. His face is also very distinct as well. Now, I'll try here, see if we can get his axe on his back, but I really don't think so. If that was the use of the point of this tube or not. I mean, maybe. So, I mean, yeah, I guess you can do that, but it doesn't really stay very well. It just kind of sits there. So, I don't really get why LEGO, of all the designs they could have come up with, would just have given that little tube piece there to be the one thing that holds his axe when he doesn't use it. So, I highly doubt that's what it was for. Post in the comment section if you ever know what it was used for, and if not, what did you use it for? Because that's pretty much what I used it for, was to hold his axe. So, really awesome. If I were to rate Axonn, the 2006 Titan Toa, or Guardian, I would rate him 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Really awesome. I love the red and silver color scheme with a little black and gray here and there. Mostly red and silver though. Very cool. You can tell he's a good guy. You can tell he's going to fight on your side and help the Toa defeat the Piraka. Anyways, thanks for watching this review. What did you like about Axonn? Is he your favorite that year, or do you prefer Piraka and all of his gold pieces? I really liked Axonn, but I probably will have to go with Piraka. But watch that review up next. Thanks for checking out this review. I know it's annoying having this new carpet and all, but I think you guys are going to be able to deal with it. Don't worry, we can get through this together. Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure to comment, like, add to favorites if you want, if you like this video, and then subscribe if you haven't. This is LegomationStudio signing out.